Hey guys, what's up? So today we're going to take a look at this issue of School Bus Fleet. So this is August, September 1979. This is one of the many issues I bought towards the end of last year. So on the front cover here we've got a beautiful S-Series Bluebird. And of course this would have been when the S-Series was a new product. So that would be a 1980 model year S-Series. That would have been, the chassis would have been built in 79. So that's a beautiful bus. And then, yeah, that's the front cover. We'll look at the back cover real quick. On the back cover, you've got an ad for Allison Automatic Transmissions with a GM Thomas type bus on there. So yeah. Moving on, we're going to go ahead and start looking. I've basically went through the magazine here and just marked off some things that I wanted to show you guys that are worth looking at. There is a story in here on the release of the S-Series and one of a district that started using them, and kind of talking about that, and that's what this bus is from. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing to show you here is a Bluebird ad. So Bluebird always seemed to have the back of the front cover. And right here you got a little chart. It says 1977 fatalities per 100 million passenger miles. So the highest there is a car, a little bar here for all buses, and then you've got passenger trains, and then you've got scheduled airlines, and then the last one, which is the lowest, school buses. So it's just showing you that school buses really are the safest vehicles on the road. And it says school buses are 44 times safer than your car. It's the safest way to travel. And then it's got some text under there. And then right here you've got a picture of a beautiful Bluebird Lodestar with the fiberglass hood, and then an All-American, and then there's your Bluebird insignia from the time. So that's on the back of the cover. So the next notable page is this Wayne ad. It says hundreds in stock, ready to roll, price to roll. And you've got all different shapes of Wayne buses here with what look to be like a GM front end. So you got big ones, little ones, really little ones. So it's just showing you all the different types of styles you could get, and you've also got the busette there. This is actually from the dealer that had the bus on top of an ice cream sundae ad. So there's your dealer name. And yeah, I just think that's pretty cool that they had all these little Waynes on the ad, where you've got just all different types of sizes you could order. And you've got a really tiny one, you got a big one, you got the busettes. Well, that's not a busette, but you know, you got the busettes. And yeah, so I thought that was a pretty cool little ad and was worth sharing. So the next ad that I wanted to share is this one. It actually says more ride, makes sense, and you got some sense behind this Thomas. But the reason I wanted to show you this was this Thomas front engine. Definitely a beautiful bus, and just, it's one of those buses you never, I mean, I know there's pictures of them out there, but it's just like you don't see them in action shots like this with the stop sign out and the door open. So, you know, I thought that was pretty cool, and I wanted to share that one. So the next ad is a Crown ad, and it says there's never been a better time to step up to Crown. And you've got your tandem axle Crown, then your regular Crown, and Crown's quality and cost-cutting innovations hold the answer to the increasing demand for maximum economy. And then there's your Crown Coach ad, and then you've got Crown Coach Corporation. But this ad just kind of really, it's cool because it's from when Crown was still in business and was making the super coaches and stuff like that. And it's just really cool to see in an ad form from when this company was still around. So the next one, we got an ad for a Carpenter Corsair. Of course, it says the new Carpenter Corsair. And then you've got this picture, which has been in plenty of the Carpenter sales brochure videos I've done. And you've got the Carpenter lettering there, which the Carpenter Corsair was the rear engine bus, and you can see there. But definitely a very big bus, a really cool bus. I'd have loved to have seen one in person. So the next notable ad is a 2-page ad here. It's an international ad. So the ad says, introducing the only medium-duty diesel trucks that can pay back their premium in 14 months. So we've got just a view of the S-Series trucks and then a beautiful Cargo Star. I always love seeing a Cargo Star. There's your S-Series truck and then the S-Series semi. And it says that's a nifty $2,980. Got your engine right there, and then international, we build your kind of truck. So I thought this was pretty cool that they'd put the international ad in a school bus fleet magazine. So yeah. So the next notable thing is this story on Minnesota's 56-hour driver training program. Now, I'm not going to read it to you, but we're going to just look at some of the pictures. Like right here, you see there's a Lodestar there, and then if we flip the page, here's another picture and yet another Lodestar. So I thought that was pretty cool. So the next story is a statewide instructor training goal of Florida's Department of Education. So this is kind of interesting because there's this Superior here with some interesting style warning light paint. You can see it's got visors and then what looks to be black paint streaming down under the visors. So that's an interesting look for a Superior, to say the least. Over here we've got a GM Ward. I'm assuming that it looks more like a GMC to me, but either way. So that's a pretty cool shot on what I'm assuming is like a wet road course. Moving on, this one's kind of cool. This is an ad for on-the-spot tire change. So you've got your bus driver, and then you have a nun there, just kind of seeing what's going on, I guess. So that was kind of a cool ad since it's got a bus in it. The next ad here is a Caterpillar ad, and it says we're continually lowering our costs, and you have some Bluebird All-American FEs in the background, so that's pretty cool. And then there's a picture of the engine, Caterpillar, and just basically an ad talking about how, you know, the Cat engines are saving the district money and stuff like that. So now we've got a story on driver training in Georgia, and obviously more bus pictures. So there's a GM Superior in that shot, and you have some kind of Carpenter in that shot, and then we have a 2-page Ward ad. So it says what we left out shows what we put in, and it's a cutaway model. You got a Ward Ford here, and it just kind of shows you the body structure of the bus. And I always love shots like these. It's just pretty cool to see the insides of the bus and the actual body structure and stuff like that. So that one's pretty cool. Then we have another story. This one's about a bus that was converted into, I think it was a mobile classroom. So this Superior rear engine was converted into a mobile classroom, which I thought was pretty cool, and I, obviously wanted to share that. The next page is a Wayne ad, and it says the safest ways to mainstream the handicap, and you just have all your different special needs Wayne options kind of put out in front of you. You got a handy busette, and then the high headroom version of the busette, which I believe they call that the Transat. I could be wrong. And then the lifeguard, obviously. Then you got your 2-door style lift, as it used to be. Back in the day, you didn't really have 1-door lifts, or like one. You had the 2-door lift doors. Right here we got a little ad for minibus, so yeah, that's kind of notable. Then we have an ad for Quaker State, and it says what every well-run fleet needs is a Quaker State mother hen, and you've got a hen on top of a Wayne, and I just thought that was very interesting. It's not something you see, and yeah, had to include that. Alright, so now we have the story for the S-Series. New buses and new training for Colorado drivers. So there's the S-Series when it was new. And at the time, obviously, the S-Series was kind of a leap from the Lodestar. Like, it had a lot of new equipment on it. So I can imagine they needed to be trained. Real quick, you got an ad for Motorola radios. It says it's 9:05. Do you know where your students are? And you've got a Ford board just kind of broken down there. So continuing on to the S-Series story, there's a picture there with the hood open, and the story just basically talks about what the district, I think this was the director of transportation for the district that the story is on, but it's just talking about, you know, the new bus and the training and all the kind of things they're implementing with it. So it was a pretty cool story, and I thought it was pretty interesting, and the pictures are, you know, from when these buses were new, so of course, you know, I thought I'd feature it. On this next page, you have a Thomas Built Buses ad. There's a rear engine, obviously, and it says, what's behind us puts you ahead, and you got your Thomas Built Buses logo, and then the buses right there, and then your Thomas emblem is right under that corner window, which I think is an interesting placement for that. But yeah, that's a Thomas ad. So the next notable thing is a Superior ad. It says Leader, and then Superior Scheller Globe Corporation. And you got a picture of this Ford Superior, which I know is in a sales brochure reviewed in the past, but still a notable page in the magazine. So the next notable thing is on a new products page, and I believe it's talking about a sealer. But right here you can see a photo from the Bluebird factory of a body that was just freshly mounted to a Ford chassis, and they're applying some sealer around the cowl and where the body meet, and you can see it says silicone sealant right there. But I thought that was an interesting picture, because that's not a picture you normally get to see of older buses like that in the factory. Right here we have a bus ad, so it says new school buses, and then, you know, you got your options there for the stock, used school buses, and then there's ad for the Wayne and International dealer, got your little bus there, and then there's an ad for actual coach buses, which is pretty cool. And then back cover, or the back of the front of the back cover here, you've got an ad for just different types of coach buses, which is pretty cool. Not something you'd expect to see in school bus fleet, but still pretty cool. I actually got a commuter magazine with these that is like made by the same people who made school bus fleet, and if that's something you guys would be interested in seeing a video on, let me know down below. And then the back cover with the Allison transmission ad. And then what I was going to say on the commuter magazine, it's basically just a magazine for, like, you know, anything city bus, subways, trains, stuff like that. It's pretty much the same kind of magazine, but for that instead of school bus fleets. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. I've got more of these to do, so I'll probably put up another poll to see which one you guys want to see next. So thanks for watching, and yeah.